If you want a truck with single axle or double axle, like choosing a car, all the options on a car.
Yeah.
Same thing on a truck. I had to make sure that that truck with that weight, with that wheel, made sense for that axle.
What's some like mechanical engineering knowledge that say like someone like me could apply?
Well, I think engineering is just.
You hear me? Hit the rollie, start with the rollie on. What was our getaway car? Jag portfolio. You hear me? Hey, I heard I had some sneak this.
While you were playing basketball, you were also focusing on engineering. How'd that look?
I was good at math and sciences and didn't love writing and reading, so it's kind of like you hear about engineering. So that's kind of how I got into that field. And then down at Mountain Hood, they had pre-engineering. I was there for 2 years, so you just take your sciences and maths. But then when I went to Oregon State, you pick a major, and I picked mechanical engineering. It's just a more science-based coursework, thermodynamics or statics and metals and all these like techie type classes. It was a difficult major to do while you're playing basketball, because on the team, even though I wasn't playing, I'm at every practice, every film thing we do, shoot arounds we do. So
it's a full-time thing.
Yeah, I would say I was involved with basketball 4 to 5 hours a day.
Jeez.
And it's like other students, they have free time for that, or so sometimes I feel a little stressed about homework or keeping up with tests or studying or papers, but I was fortunate to have a brother and classmates that I could lean on. But then, so I made it through with the classes, and other guys on the team didn't have as much homework as me, so I would.
Well, because yours is
mine's
an average major.
Yeah, so, but I was just used to having to spend time and stay up late.
What exactly was it?
Mechanical engineering. So there's different types of engineering. There's aeronautical, chemical.
Yeah, what's some like mechanical engineering knowledge that say like someone like me could apply? Or something that's cool to like know?
Yeah. Well, I think engineering is just a mindset of how to think about things, why things, a cause and effect, or what's causing this. So mechanical is like, you mow the lawn. Why does that piston go up and down, make that blade spin? Someone had to design a blade that spins smoothly and not off balance, like your washer gets off balance. You can't have that on a mower blade because it might get loose or come apart. So I like engineering because it's all around you, whether you need it or not, whether you know it or not. It's like science and physics. It's always happening. And if you don't have the coursework or training, you may not be aware of it, but it's going on. Mechanical is like things that move, metal things that interact.
Like the little intricate details of
like your watch. Yeah. Electrical is more like the smart chip in the fridge that says to turn on the ice maker, turn off the temperature. Electrical is like in power plants and controlling motors and things. And industrial is also like process water and cooling. Chemical is, let's make a wafer. What kind of the chip for your iPhones has chemicals in it. So engineering is everywhere, and the disciplines are all across all the products we use every day. So I just like knowing that I had a part of that.
And then after college, what'd you do? What'd that look like?
Yeah, my first job was at a place called Willamette Industries, which is in Albany, and I worked on AutoCAD drawings. I did a computer-aided drafting, call it CAD. So I sat at a computer and draw gears and motors and stuff. So Willamette Industries was those wood products. So like lumber, they would cut down trees, go to lumber mill. There's big saws that would cut the tree in half, and then there's other machinery that would plane it and make the boards, like your fence boards or your 2x4s. So I did that for like 3-4 years, and I knew I kind of wanted to move. That was down south in Albany.
Yeah.
I always knew I wanted to come back up to the Portland area. And then a friend of mine that I met at Oregon State, he got a job at Freightliner, which is the trucking company. He said, we're hiring a bunch of people. You should come up here. So I moved up there. So I switched from the wood products and AutoCAD to Freightliner, which was trucks, which is cool. I was there for 10 years.
Yeah, that's a like total transition change there. From wood to trucks.
Yep. Like if you want a truck with single axle or double axle, or what type of weight you're going to put, what type of suspension. So it's like choosing a car, all the options on a car.
Yeah.
Same thing on a truck.
Still like the little details of
So I was in, like if a customer ordered a truck, I had to make sure that that truck with that weight, with that wheel, made sense for that axle they chose. I was there for 10 years. And then after that, I was looking for work. That was kind of like a little bit of a recession in 2008.
Yeah, I know. I've heard about that, man.
So I exited my job right when that hit. So then I took me a while to find work, which is kind of okay because, Drew is a little guy. He was 3 years old, Drew.
Oh yeah.
And I was a stay-at-home dad for that little window of time, which is fine while I'm looking for work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I looked for like 6 months, and I got on with a guy I used to play basketball with. So all these when you play basketball, and if you get a basketball circles like you will have with soccer, oh, I remember that kid. I used to play against him. It carries on throughout your life.
Really?
So a guy that I used to play basketball with, his family had a construction business based out of Dallas, Oregon, and I got a job from him. So I went. That job was the construction industry. Another jump to industries. And then I worked on building a fish hatchery up in Washington, where you got a hard hat, steel-toed boots, sitting in a job trailer in a dusty environment. They have paperwork associated with jobs like budget or, hey, we've got this type of PEX tubing coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it? So, okay, truck received, trucked in, good. So you got to track everything.
Yeah, so you're like managing all the...
Yeah, so I was project manager.
Got it.
The people building stuff might look at the plans, papers, and say, I don't know how to do that. Well, I have a question on this. There's a process for getting that answered from the engineer in Portland who designed it. So that you're a middleman for that communication.
Okay,
so
got it.
Quite a bit of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You're not the guy pushing the room or cutting things out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the guy that designed it, but you're making it. You're building it. So I knew that wasn't long term for me. So then I got another job. This time it was in the high tech industry, which was like.
And what age are you at this point?
08, I was 38. No, 28. No, 38.
And I was just born.
Yeah, when were you born?
January 27th of 2008.
Of 8. Okay. So now this is in your lifetime window. So
okay. Yeah.
A couple years in the construction industry, then I went to high tech for a couple years, and that was a connection through my brother.
And this had nothing to do with me being born, right?
No, I mean, just the world's a better place ever since 2008. Okay. Yeah. So like your computer chips that go in remotes, refrigerators, cars, ovens, anything with a digital readout has a chip. So I had to learn about process gas and still drawing AutoCAD drawings, but it's different. It's like connection points, and what's unique about that stuff is it's very small. Like the machines are big, but you're worrying about gases and systems that are tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary as all the gases and chemicals they use for those can kill you. So you definitely don't want to screw up a valve or a piping or a hookup.
That's crazy how much you've jumped around careers in different jobs.
Yeah.
And they've all kind of had something to do with engineering, but
exactly,
they're all so different.
Yes. Yeah, and that was kind of one thing about mechanical engineering was it was broad enough that you could do that, because I was still a mechanical engineer, but in a different field.
Mm-hmm.
And I made one more switch, which sort of kind of wrapped things up, was in the material handling industry, which was a friend of mine I played basketball with.
And this was your final switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
I met with his boss. Turns out his boss I knew he married a girl from my high school. So living out this way, all the small worlds cross.
It is weird.
So I kind of knew him, and he was a boss. He goes, yeah, maybe we can bring you in. And so I got in. So basically I switched to material handling, which is forklifts, pallet rack, and I was doing AutoCAD drawings for them. So I started with AutoCAD drawings and ended with AutoCAD drawings. So what I would do is I'd have a big open warehouse that say nobody's in, and the customer wants to know how much rack can I put in here. I would
like a Costco, for example. Like,
yeah.
Say, for example, Costco calls you. What would they be saying to you?
They'd say, hey, I've got this warehouse. They'll give me a drawing, but here's this warehouse. It's 500 by 500 square feet. I want to maximize how many pallets of material can I put in there.
So they give you the drawing of how they want their store layout to look. So like Costco would say, hey, I want this to be food section in this corner of the store, and in the other corner of the store, I want it to be, just racks.
Yeah, they can't. Yes and no. You get different levels. The more typical is, hey, I've got this big warehouse. Here's the drawing. Tell me how much I can put in there, and then we'll figure out what goes where later. They want to maximize storage. And I was there for 10 years. That's where I was at most recently. And you get to go behind the scenes. Like a lot of people don't go to the warehouse for. IKEA has a big warehouse down the street, or
Yeah,
Starbucks.
people don't see things like that.
Yeah, and that is another example of all this product that lands at Fred Meyer or Costco or Winco or wherever. It went through a warehouse. From a truck to a warehouse to that store. Well, I always got to see what those warehouses look like.
There's a world behind everything, but there's just a whole world out there behind the curtain.
Yeah. So I really like getting to see behind the curtain.
Trent, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
It was amazing talking to you.
Good.